qualitative design tends to measure the responses, verbal and non-verbal aspects of the responses by our respondents. So qualitative design or qualitative methodology is inductive in its reasoning. So the research selects a general topic and then begins collecting information to assist hypotheses. So the data collected during the investigation will pile up and it creates hypotheses for the researcher in this type of research design model. So the basic methodology of qualitative design, guys, is to identify first research question. You need to choose the main methods, the sites, the subject for research, and determine if it is measurable using qualitative questions. Are you gonna collect? You need to decide. Are you gonna observe or gonna ask your respondents some data about their behaviors, about their practices, about their experiences. So those things are are or can be gathered using qualitative method. Also, as you apply qualitative research design, you need to clarify your role as a researcher. You determine the limit of your involvement because there are points during in data gathering procedure that you try to step in and direct the answers of your respondents. So before you do the data gathering, while you are just deciding if you are going to apply qualitative design, you must be aware of your role as a researcher. Another is qualitative design is somewhat personalized. So you need to study in depth the ethical implication of the study because in the interview process there can be limitless possibilities. So you need to consider the confidentiality and sensitivity of the topic and the ethical considerations to protect your respondents. So when you choose qualitative design, you begin to collect data and continue until you begin to see the same repeated information. So the information that is common will be grouped together into codes, and that code will be compounded and will form a theme. So later on, we were going to discuss how will you do the processing of qualitative data. In interpretation of qualitative data, you need to further dig up or further listen to interview transcripts. So that is one thing you need to consider before you choose qualitative research design. You have to realize that processing of qualitative data is tedious because you have to read between the lines. You have to understand verbal, non-verbal communication of your research respondents in order to generate concepts, theories, or the codes and themes that they are trying to relate to you. Okay? So, if ever you want to do this type of research design, you have to review and you have to do a lot of reflection in order to understand your respondents' lived experiences.